Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man, Melvin Taylor, and you are tuned into my radio show, The Alternative with Melvin Taylor, and this is the TV version. Now, you may recognize me from a few reaction videos on the internet or from seeing some local improv. Either way it goes, this radio show is dedicated to you guys. We like to talk about what's going on in music, entertainment, more, while also having some very cool interviews at the same time. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. You can find me on social media, Melvin Taylor II, or find the radio show, The Alt with Mel, on social as well. And just hit me up and let me know, all right? I'll see you guys soon and enjoy the show. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man, Melvin Taylor II, back one more time on the radio. Remember, you are tuned into The Alternative right here on WHCR 90.3 FM New York. So glad to be back in studio with you guys. Been a wild week. Anybody heard that MGK diss at Eminem just yet? Because he was commenting on Haley's. What's Eminem's daughter's name again? It's Haley. Okay, Haley. So, pretty sure MGK was like all up under her comments with like the hard eyes and whatnot. Eminem did not take that too well. Then MGK came right back at him and was like, I mean, it's kind of, I don't really want to see this. Like Eminem, just bro, you got a nice looking daughter, dog. Just let it go. Just let it go.
She's old now. She's older now.
Yeah, she like, she like 20.
I feel like she's in her 20s. She's in her like
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You've
been hearing about her for like so long, and now she's like
grown.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's how you know you're getting old.
That's weird. Yeah.
Haley old now.
Oh God. And that's even worse that she looked nice, so everybody about to be like, "Hey, yo, Eminem, what's up with your daughter, bro?" That's a hot button to press. But y'all, we're tuned into The Alternative. I got my friends Diana and Geno here in studio today.
Yo.
What's up?
How y'all guys doing today? Y'all doing good?
Good.
I'm good.
Yeah, y'all survived the heat that was outside today. It was crazy.
I did. My dog did not.
Your dog did not?
My dog doesn't like the heat. He likes air conditioning. That's what he like. He's bougie.
Yeah, I was about to say, is your dog very, very bougie, and then you came right up with the word.
I don't know how that happened. Too many weekends with my mother. That's the problem.
Shout out to moms. Make sure you take the dog out a little bit more, so that way he don't feel too comfortable under the AC. And Geno, you said you was.
Man, I got on pants and I was sweating like a mug, boy.
I believe
it. To the train, man. I'm like, dang, I thought it was like 6. You know how when it's late at night.
You thought, it's gonna get a little cooler.
Yeah, you know, put on your little pants and be feeling good, but
did not happen today.
I was sweating like a mug.
Yeah, it'll always be like that. I usually I had on some shorts earlier today, and I was like, let me get on the train. It's gonna be cold on the train. Right. Then in between the walks, I'll be all right. It'll be enough. No, it was just like in the sweat all the way through, and I was like, this is terrible. Like
most of the trains don't have AC.
Not at all. And I'm like,
that's like wild to me.
Come on, guys. How much does everybody pay for these trains out here for us to not have AC whatsoever? It don't.
I'm not gonna lie, it was AC on the train, but you
got
I've been on a couple trains. I ain't know,
You got the lottery.
Yeah,
definitely
it's like
the lottery.
In like 20 train cars.
Yeah, I kind of get mad at the people that when the trains don't have AC and then they just kind of look at you while you getting on just to see your reaction. I'm like, you could warn me so I could go to a different car. Right. Why don't you do that?
I feel like the warning is when you see there's like 5 train cars in a row that are super packed out, and then there's that one train that's just got like 2 sole survivors.
I feel that.
They're like,
this one just happens to be empty. No, you're just about to be out of luck. Just completely out of luck. So, both of you guys are musicians, artists of sorts. So I just kind of want to start off the show by asking, what got you into music? Like, why music? Out of everything you guys could do, y'all could draw, you can act, you could work in finance. I don't know. Why music? Diana, we're going to start with you. Pull the mic a little bit closer to you if you don't mind. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh, look at that. We can hear her lovely voice now. Perfect. There we go.
I feel like it wasn't really a choice. Like, I feel like it was just something that was super natural.
Okay.
Like, even, like when you're little and people ask you, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, you dance around of, like, what's the coolest thing to say? So it, like, goes from, like, I want to be a singer to I want to be a ballerina to I want to be, like, a space astronaut and all these different things. And then, like, as you get older, you start getting more serious about different things. But throughout everything, I was always singing. I was always doing music, no matter what was in the forefront of my mind of like, oh, maybe I should do this. It was just a constant theme. So it was really inevitable, because if it's constantly showing up, it's just bound to happen. So it was so natural. There was nothing else for me to do. There literally is nothing else for me to do.
That's what's up. Hey,
yeah.
That's awesome. Geno?
I really don't know. When I was a little kid, I used to always just sing, I guess. And then when I got older, like, people would be like, oh, you got a nice voice. And then I'm like, oh man, I think I got a nice voice too. So I don't know. I just took after that and I started singing and singing more and singing more. But I didn't really take it seriously until college, until I went to somebody's house and he was like, hey, you want to get on this record? I'm like, yeah, I get on the record. And then I'm singing. I'm like, oh, that sounds real good. Okay. I mean, I don't want to say it like I'm like Beyonce or SZA or
I mean,
anybody
listen,
else.
No, but-
yo, you're here
But
being
you know
interviewed.
when something-
Pump yourself
yeah.
up.
You know when something sounds good though.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
What's
You can
that-
feel your oats.
True.
Yeah.
Feel
What's
that when
that
you feel your
feeling
oats.
when you know something sounds bad? What is that like when that happens? When you just
The
like
feeling?
that wasn't it. I need another take of that.
It's literally that. Like the
that's what
noise
it
I
is?
just made. It's just like
Yeah. It's just like let me
and
do
then
that one
also
more
it's
time.
like you feel like it adds another layer of pressure because you're like, I just want to get this right. I just want to get this
Yep.
right. And then you start to
Yep.
exhaust your brain.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, what if I try something different? And then you
Yep.
try something different. And then you end up going back to the original thing. Like, you know what I'm
I
talking about,
exactly
you
what
know?
mean.
But it's just the idea of being like a perfectionist because it's just, you want it to sound so good because you know that you can push your potential. And it's like, oh my God, why does this sound so bad?
Or your voice might crack. And you're like, I know I can't use that. So let me go over it.
I mean, a couple artists, I've heard Gambino does that from time to time. Like his voice might crack and he'll throw that in a song.
Wow.
That's
For real?
true.
Yeah.
What song?
I got a couple songs from his mixtapes where
That's
that's
crazy.
happened on there. I'll show it to
And
you
it
later.
just Sade cracked too before, and I didn't catch it until I got older. And I'm like, it's not that bad.
What song is this? Now I'm
like
interested.
a tattoo.
Really?
As soon as she come in, she's like I'm like, ooh. But it's not that. I'm not like. I'm not like.
ooh.
I don't want to listen to that. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
No auto tune, no nothing. It's just
Just keep on going.
sexy voice.
Yeah. You got to respect that too.
Yeah.
For
When there
sure.
was no auto tune and they could just like, it
Oh,
also
yeah.
goes in like place of context.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're recording a song that's like, has a lot of emotion and stuff behind it, you're not going to sing it as if you're happy. Like you're probably going to sing it like you sound exhausted or like you sound
Yeah.
super in distress.
Yeah.
So
So I'm sure you're transferring those emotions into the record
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
Definitely. Gotta move your hands. You gotta be, you know what I mean?
You
Sometimes
gotta-
you might turn the lights off, you know what I mean? Kick everybody out, get in your zone. But
Let me know. Cut the lights out. Let
for
me do my
real,
thing
you
real
got-
quick.
Sometimes, man, sometimes you gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who are some of you guys? God, dog, I'm over here kicking the chair into
Oh
the
my
dang
God,
on
you're
table.
breaking
Move that
everything.
over, right? I'm just
Can't
being
take you
ridiculous.
anywhere.
The same thing my mama say. What were some of you guys' musical influences growing up? I know Geno, you said you was growing up just singing. So
I
who's
was
some
growing
people
up
you was listening to?
I would say number one would probably be Michael Jackson.
How
Obviously
how
being
did
from
I know? Being from
Gary,
Indiana.
Come on,
Yeah.
Gary,
Yeah,
Indiana.
no,
Same
pardon
city
me.
as, you know what I mean,
There you go.
MJ. But I would say MJ, obviously Sade. My
Mhm.
grandma would always play like R&B in the morning. I would, when you wake up in the morning, you smell that bacon, but it's also time to clean.
Time
And
to
you hear
clean
that
up.
music. So,
Yeah, rest in peace to Aretha Franklin.
man, R.I.P. my baby, man.
Yeah.
Man,
that was a painful
That
loss.
hurt
That
us.
was
Yeah.
that was
Painful loss.
she was only
crazy.
76, man.
Right? It was like
Aretha,
you still
you
still
need
had
about-
some time.
At least 15.
Yeah.
At least 15 more years.
But that funeral was like 7 hours. It was like that was a work day.
And it was kind of hood.
Yo,
He said
even
that was a work day.
Yeah, it was like, yo, do people get time and a half for being at this funeral? Because this is ridiculous.
Man.
But at the same time, like Michael Jackson's funeral was like, how long was
Oh, that
Michael
was a
Jackson's
long
funeral?
one,
That
too.
was
Couldn't
like
even
that was
watch
like 8 hours or something
I
like
couldn't
that.
I feel like they
look
did
at it.
that for
Cried.
a lot of like the
Yeah,
a
the
lot
bigger
of the big
people you
players.
got
They did
to.
that for Whitney too.
Yep. Yep. It's
Whitney.
kind of
They
like
did.
if you don't, then it's like, what are y'all doing in
Yeah.
a sense, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
So, all right, you said MJ was one.
MJ, I would say Sade. My aunt is a big inspiration to me. She like introduced me to a lot of like New Jack Swing as a kid.
Okay.
I would say Bobby Brown, Ralph Transvant, the whole New Edition.
Sensitive, so
Killed
many
that.
people don't know that song,
A lot of
and it bothers
Yep.
me.
Yep.
Y'all looking at me funny. If my buddy
lot of
Sam
people
was
don't.
here, so let me tell you the situation, right? We sitting in the house one day and we just playing old music. It's just me, one of my old roommates, Jess. Shout out to Jess.
Shout out to him.
One of my friends, Josh, and then Sam. And we all just sitting there playing old music. And I was like, oh, I'm finna put this song Sensitivity on. It's finna kill the room. Everybody just got done watching the BT miniseries. It's gonna be great. I put this song on. They all just like, yeah, Melvin, we not gonna lie. We ain't never heard this song before. I was like, what are y'all doing? Are you serious? Say it again.
Who said that?
No, they like our age. I was lost. I was so confused. I was. Oh, and it was another time we were on the train, and I was like singing the words to it, and they were like, Melvin, nobody knows the song. So I pointed to 3 black women across from me. I was like, they got me. Y'all heard the song Sensitivity before, right? By Ralph Transvant? No. Hey, all right, I'm good. I'm not going out no more. I'm going back home. I'm done. My night's canceled.
Stay home.
Yeah, I was like, my night's canceled.
Can't be with these people.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't do this today, guys. This is way too much. But you said Ralph was one.
Yeah, Ralph Transvant. The whole New Edition, really. Trying to think, man. There's so much music and so much music I've been. Usher, I would say Usher. Obviously, I remember I was in 6th grade. This girl told me to sing to her, and she would go with me, and I'm like, you don't know.
What did you? Oh, okay.
So I
was gonna say that question for later, but
Right.
now since you got stories,
so I had to sing for. So I gotta say Usher. I gotta say Omarion too. A lot of people, man.
Yo, when he was
Omarion
dancing
was
in the
really
touch
great.
video with the
Oh, yeah.
Timbs,
I
don't
used to love
play.
him. I'm like,
Right?
what happened?
Right,
He's
I
great.
don't know.
Icebox got
supposed
me
to
in
be.
my
Yo,
feels.
oh my
yo.
god, oh my god.
Icebox would be like, come
The
on.
ultimate song when I'm like,
Oh.
I'm trying to move away from somebody.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Man.
So funny.
Diana, who did you listen to growing up? I'm gonna get back to that question, Gino. So
Copy
hold
that.
that whoever you sung to when you was
Alright.
younger. Hold
Alright.
that.
All right.
I feel like growing up in my house, like my parents have like a crazy record collection, so they were always playing records. So I listened to like a lot of what they like to listen to. My dad like really liked like the Stylistics.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah,
All
Average
right.
White Band, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Mhm.
He liked
Jesus,
Peebo
so hard.
Bison, and like my dad was like a really soulful dude. And then my mom listened to like a lot of like Carole King, Barbra Streisand. So it was like a mix with like freshness
Yeah.
versus like a lot of soul. And then when I like found my own like preferences with music, I really always gravitated to like just really strong, powerful voices. So I was
Okay.
listening to a lot of Alicia,
Okay.
a lot of Alicia Keys, and a lot of Christina Aguilera. Because I
Christina can go.
I would listen to
voice is
Christina's
amazing.
runs, and I would just practice them over and over.
Incredible.
There's
I
like
wish.
grunting and like things that I do in my music now that
Mm-hmm.
are literally completely devoted to just. I don't even notice I do it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just because I was so like captivated by a lot of the stuff that she's recorded.
Yeah.
Like most people really only know her for her like pop stuff. And I'm like, if you really dig deep
Yeah.
into
I was
her
like,
albums,
if you really go into her
Yeah, so-
her
discography,
stuff is
yo,
so
she can
good.
sing.
Wow.
Her
Can't even
new
say sing.
album.
Wild. How is that, by the way? Because
Her
I haven't
new
gotten to
album
it
is
yet.
great.
Yeah?
It is so great. There's this
listen
one
to it.
song that just like brings out the bad side in me, but it's so good.
Brings out the bad side.
It's
in me.
it's
All right.
so
She said,
good.
that's
what Alright. she
It's so
said.
good. She's got like her powerful like old Christina in it. She's got some new wave Christina, and then like it's a really really good project. I wish it would get more attention, but it's really great.
We were just having that conversation before we even came on air about how there's just so much music out that you
Bruh.
can't even like say, for example, what she just said. Christina's album is so good,
I forgot.
but you can't. Right? I was like,
forgot it
there's
was
so
out.
much
You
music
forgot
coming out that we can't even like
I forgot.
can't even get to it.
It's like turned into a rat race. June, oh my God, I couldn't breathe in June.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't breathe.
Do you love me?
It was that,
How you-
but it was like Kanye's whole run,
Yeah.
and then it was like the Drake run,
Yeah.
and then it was like everybody was stuffed into one like box. I feel like it was a lot. At first I was excited, but then I was like, I can't even appreciate any of it.
Yeah, because you can't like you said before, you can't hold on to anything.
No,
Yeah.
it's just like
So as artists in today's day and age, how do you guys feel about that? Like, do you feel that you have to compete in a sense with people putting out so much music, or are you just kind of like, no, I have my lane, and people know that when I put something out, it's gonna be quality? Because I know it's two very different ways of looking at it.
I'm not gonna lie. It's like, it's both. Like, I got my own lane,
Right.
but then you still like, oh man, Drizzy's about to drop, and then everybody's gonna like it, and nobody's gonna like me. But that's just you just getting inside your head so much. It's
Yeah.
like, just drop all that, get in the studio or wherever you record at, and just have fun. So, I don't know.
yeah.
I would say it's both. Like,
It's both.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like people are fighting right now to find like new ways to invent the idea of the release of music.
Mm-hmm.
Like people just come out with like surprise albums. Obviously, we just heard that new one from Eminem that was just like complete bomb
Yeah,
drop.
I was just like, on Instagram, it was like Eminem dropped the album. I'm like, bro, I
What?
can't even. Are you serious?
And it's like, but the thing is it's nuts, but it's like a gamble. Like, how long is this going to affect people, or is it not? You know what I mean? And we, especially
Good
like I
point.
was talking about the stuff with Kanye. Like, he dropped all that stuff with a bunch of promotion, and then the argument was all of this worth the hype?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you can over promote or you can under promote, like what's worth it and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like right now it's really just like a fight to like, how can I be the most unique in my own stuff and my own sound? And eventually, like, right now, because everything is so oversaturated, people are really searching for what's real.
Definitely.
You know, so when there is something that's real, it's gonna stick. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Gino, any more to add to that? It looked like you was pondering.
No, I'm
something
just
over
listening.
there.
I promise I'm just listening. I feel the exact same way. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna say Future started that whole little mixtape wave, but remember
man, I was
like
gonna
2
say,
years
like,
ago when he just came out with so much music, and then he got
he did
on
come
after
out with a
that.
lot. He did.
And then he like Lil Uzi Vert and them came out, and then it's like Future died down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he just came out with that that album with what's his name, Zaytoven.
It was
But it just went over
Beast
our
Mode,
heads.
Beast Mode 2?
It just
Yeah.
went over our heads.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
just
think
like,
it kind of got to the point to where now you can put out so much, but then after a while, people kind of get used to you, and then you just fade off into the back. Like Fetty Wap, for example.
Oh, yeah.
How much we heard Fetty Wap everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, like, what is Fetty Wap? Fetty Wap might
That's
have a new
crazy.
eye, and I have no idea.
This dude is sick.
I have no clue.
Oh
You know?
man, that's crazy. I feel like so many people also once they I feel like a lot of the times, like Fetty Wap had that one incredible year where he was literally everywhere. He was
He's on
on
everything.
Like 4 songs.
He had 4
Billboard.
songs on Billboard, and he was doing features, and he was on all these great tracks. And then like, I don't remember what had happened with his album. Somebody had said they spent all the money on his album. That might be wrong.
That's
It
wild.
probably just wasn't good. I heard,
yeah.
I listened to it, and it's like, it's not that good.
I'll
I'm
be
listening
honest
to
with
the
you.
first 4 songs.
I didn't even know he put out an album. I thought he was just doing
You-
singles.
But that's
Come
the thing.
on.
Like none of us know.
Yeah.
None of us know because he just fell off. Like, and also he got involved in a lot of that like love and hip hop.
Yeah.
Baby mama drama. 5
That's too much.
kids.
That's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's
That'll
a lot.
overshadow real quick.
It definitely will. But I'm liking this conversation, Kyle. This is a nice little group we got in here so far. Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna come right back in a couple minutes after we play a few more songs, and then kind of get into Gino and Diana's own discography. Same time, while I'm pulling up some of these records, what's your guys' album of the year so far? What's one album you've come back to repeatedly?
Oh my god.
It's subject to change. I know. It's very. Put it this way then.
yeah.
If not album of the year, what's something this past week you've been listening to a lot?
I'm not gonna lie. I've been listening to a lot of Gunna. You know who that is?
I do know who Gunna is.
Dude, it's
Okay.
like he like,
Okay.
I don't know. This past year he came out with some mixtape. It was like with the green cover with his tongue out.
Yeah.
I never paid attention to it until my little brother sent me a song, and I'm like, oh, I like this.
He's like, yeah, it's pretty
And I
nice.
just kept listening to him, and then I heard him on Travis's album,
Mm-hmm.
and that's probably album of the year for me. I love Drake's album too. I don't really like that. I ain't gonna say I love it. I feel you. I don't like that MJ feature.
Oh, neither do I.
What is going
You
on?
gotta understand.
Wait a minute.
You gotta
Wait a
understand though. You
minute.
gotta
No,
understand,
I
bro.
so
What are you
agree.
two-
I
Bro,
so
I'm from
agree.
Gary, Indiana, bro. I don't think that's Mike. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that's Mike
I
on
think-
that. It don't matter. I'm like, dude, you could have mixed it a little better than that.
Bro, it's
But
probably because they put
It's
like
probably like an archive. It was probably
no,
like
it
something.
100%. It definitely was an archive.
Yeah.
Why, man?
And because we looked up, it was from the same session that he say one more time.
It was from 1983.
The-
It was a studio session.
Right, 1983
and
studio
I see
session.
why it didn't come out.
But I do feel that. Wow. Okay.
Oh my God.
I love the
God.
vocals. I'm not saying that. I love the
Oh,
vocals, but it's just like it
God.
just doesn't
Okay.
match.
I think it was more like
The song didn't matter.
they
Come
wish.
on, man. Come on now.
I think it was more like they really wish they could have got the weekend for it. And
Yo.
it couldn't
Yeah,
happen.
for sure.
I was
for
there
sure.
was this thing online. I was dying. Somebody was like, I don't know why they had that trash feature by Michael when they could have gotten the weekend to do it better. I was like,
I was like,
whoa.
yo, y'all are
Whoa,
being
man.
mad disrespectful out here. Like that's not
You
even
like it,
fair.
so
I
you
get
saying
it
you
though.
like
I
it.
didn't really like that track either.
Come on now.
I did like it.
It was
Like,
okay. It's like a force. It's
It's
like
like how
It
can
was
I-
forced. You're so right.
it's like the song he had with Aaliyah.
That song wasn't that.
It wasn't that bad, though, right?
Okay.
Chris
all
Brown's
right.
was better.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That song kind of was pushing it. Well, he's supposed to have a project with her,
Yeah.
but then her family they squash everything because every time her music go up, it's up for like 40 minutes and then it's taken down.
Man, I can't find it.
Chris
on
Brown
Apple
was supposed to
Music.
have an album with her?
No,
Drake
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 and Aaliyah were supposed to have a
Really?
project,
Yeah.
and I think at one point in time it was rumored that even Timbaland was gonna like produce on it, but her family be on everything.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
anytime her stuff goes up, immediately taken down.
Hmm.
But Diana, what's album you've been listening to this past week? I see you look through
I
your
was
phone.
looking because, like we were talking, it's so like oversaturated. I can't even keep up myself.
Right.
Gotta go to recently added.
Oh,
Gotta
exactly.
go to
That's what I've
recently.
been going to.
What have I been looking at?
Right.
When I've been.
See that 702.
Yeah.
Hey, and that Chance.
No. Oh, well, yeah, of course, Chance. Oh, Queen, Nicki's album. Been
You like
listening to
it?
Queen. Oh,
Okay.
okay. So you
All
guys
right.
don't like it.
And
Those
then-
facial
I ain't gonna lie, it's
expressions.
oversaturation. I haven't listened to it.
I got a
honestly.
problem with Nicki Minaj.
Cardi.
Well, the thing is I have a problem with her too.
You said
she
Cardi.
said Cardi. Why you
My
gotta
bad,
do
my
that?
bad. Barty.
You have to do that.
Party.
You have to
Why
do
you gotta
that.
do that? No, the thing is like I would have liked Nicki's album so much better if she didn't get involved with the pettiness afterwards. Why did you handle it like that? And I hate to say it, but Safari, when he didn't even clap back at her on Twitter, he said something that was so wise. He said, "Why are you acting like this when you are on this level?"
I'm just gonna keep clapping
Thank
this is
you.
this is
You
the
were
exact
on-
conversation. The exact. Say it again.
Safari's like a savior.
Well,
Safari,
yeah,
Safari. I mean, like, and everybody vouches for Safari. You listen to
Agreed.
Ebro, you listen to Breakfast
Agreed.
Club. Everybody says Safari's a great guy.
Safari's a nice dude. You know,
So what happened?
But Nicki
well,
was just
if you wanna
acting
be-
really
if you
ridiculous
wanna be
after her
kinda-
albums.
Say it again.
Was it the FaceTime? Meek Mill FaceTiming him?
No,
Was
no,
it?
no, no,
I
no,
don't think
no,
that. I
no.
don't think that was it.
It
I
was
think
like
they
she
just.
was
Go ahead.
being like a quote unquote in Charlemagne's words a sore winner about a whole bunch of different things, and she was getting really petty about a whole bunch of
Oh,
different things.
you're saying you don't know about the petty stuff that she went through,
No,
or that
I'm
she was
saying
doing.
what happened between her and Safari, because since he's a
Oh,
nice
bro,
dude, like, what
their
happened?
relationship was apparently
okay.
abusive. So
Yeah.
to the point, in one of the tweets, I think, this was the one tweet that they always skip over. He had said that, I think I'm paraphrasing at this point. He was like, remember the night that the ambulance came and I had to lie and tell them that I was like going to commit suicide when in actuality you had like stabbed me or something like that.
Wow.
And then she responded with like, haha, but I bought your hairline. And everybody was like, what's going on here? Like this ain't cool.
Horrible.
But
It bothers me that everyone focused on the hairline.
yeah, I'm like,
They were
he
like, "Oh, he's got a
literally just-
hairline." I was like, "Did you just forget that he just said that she stabbed
Thank
him?"
you. Like their
What?
relationship was mad abusive, and y'all
Yeah.
out here like, oh, but she bought your hairline though. Like, come on now. But anyway, we can talk more about that a little bit after we get into y'all music. All right, we're gonna hop into some more tunes right here on the radio show, and one of my favorite tunes that I'm about to play right now is one that everybody in this station seems to hate. Michael Jackson and Drizzy Drake, Don't Matter to Me. WHCR 90.3 FM, New York, the voice of Harlem. Let's do it.
One Drone Boy, aka D-Boy Fresh, man, and you listening to me right here on the Alternative.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember you're tuned into the Alternative right here on WHCR 90.3 FM, New York, the voice of Harlem. Got Diana and Geno out here in studio still.
Yo.
They still out here rocking with me. We were just talking about some of Jeremiah's music a second ago. Late Nights, that was a mixtape too, and then he made it an album before, after that, right?
Marketing scheme, huh?
I mean, you know, if
I
it
like
keeps
that.
it going. Plus,
I like that.
I really put him in a category of like, even though Ty Dolla $ign took this over, like the whole Nate Dogg type of lane, where it's like you just know what to do when you get put on the song,
For sure.
you know.
For sure.
So
I feel that way too.
definitely
Crazy. I always thought Ty Dolla $ign was a rapper because he originally came into the game rapping,
true.
or like that's what he got large for. And then
That's
I
what he
heard
got
him
big for.
sing. I really thought on Tiana Taylor's album Three Way, I thought that was Party Next Door.
Really,
I did. I thought it was Party Next Door because I don't like Party Next Door's projects, but I love when he features a song.
I feel that.
And somebody was like, "No, that's Ty Dolla $ign." I was like, "Really?"
It's
Dolla
like
$ign.
Party's first album like that.
Mm-hmm.
The second album, I was like, I like half of it. The last one, I was like, I'm not. You missed me with this.
Yeah,
one.
I didn't
The
like
P3.
Three at all.
I was like, nah.
Yeah, no.
I like the
like
what
the
was like the
reggae
not
song.
behind you rude something.
Yeah,
I was like
nice.
that
Yeah,
one,
nice.
that one, and then
Yeah, that's a good one.
whichever one he had Kylie Jenner in the
Come and See
Snapchat
Me
video
was
for.
nice,
Come
too.
and see me, yeah,
That was nice.
that one was cool too. After that, I was like,
I didn't like the album at all either.
but then again, Drake take all the good music, so it don't even really.
That's
No
I
pun.
mean, you know what do DJ Academics call it? OVO sweatshop. It's like, oh, you got a hit, you got a hit. Let me hold this
Run that
real
back,
quick.
run it back.
Put this on my album.
That's
So
so funny.
speaking of people making music, Diana, this Devil's Chokehold song that you got. Tell us about the entire creative process putting that together.
So super funny. Devil's Chokehold I wrote way before. I mean, obviously that's most artists, but I wrote it way before I released it. and I was represented by somebody different at the time. And I went into the studio and I sang it for the person that was representing me. And like the vibe in the studio was just off. Like everything was just off. I didn't feel comfortable. I felt rushed. So then I ended up re-recording the song. And I had like a really good group around me, good vibes. And then the song just became what it was. I wanted it to be like, especially the music video, I wanted it to portray like an internal conflict of like, I know what's right, but for some reason I just keep doing wrong. And I mean, there's so many layers. I could talk, for like an hour talking about it. But yeah, the creative process behind that is just like really like deep meditation of what's right, what's wrong, which way do you act, like just like knowing your truth and being honest with yourself. So yeah, that's
now funny enough, because following you on Instagram, I remember when you were putting up stills from the video and you were like, I wonder what my family's gonna think when they see
oh my
this.
God.
I kind of want to ask now,
my God.
what did your family think when they saw the Devil's Chokehold video?
God. So my brother won't watch it. My brother had his girlfriend watch it. And he was like, should I watch it? And she was like, you can. He's like, well, I want it.
I mean, you can.
And he was like, but like, will I be okay? She's like, oh, no, you're not going to be good. Like, no. And my father, so like on my website, a lot of the pictures from, like a lot of the stills from the video, I put them as like the theme on my website. And I sent my dad my website. I was like, look at my website, whatever. And instead of like dad being supportive, like my dad's a harsh guy from Long Island, okay?
Oh boy.
He goes, just on the website alone, he goes, don't like it. That's all he said. So I was like, if that's the case, he's not going to like the music video.
It's like, oh, so I heard you put out the new song. Hey, yo, it's okay, Dad. Don't even worry about it.
And my mom was pretty much like, well, Diana, you know what she said? She goes, I love the colors. They're so nice. The red and the blue, so sexy.
Gotta
like,
say something nice.
Thanks, Mom. Thank you.
Shout out to the accent over there.
I made her sound really Jewish for some reason, but she's not a bubby, but she's, Italian woman from Long Island. So
were your parents very supportive? Have they been super supportive throughout your music career, even as you kind of like matured throughout it? Have they always been like, hey, look, we may not watch the video, but we're still going to support everything in what you're doing?
It's such a growing process. Because I just, like I was telling you earlier on in the show, like I just always knew that music was something that was just always going to be a part of my life. And then when I got out of high school and I came here, and I was working at it, they were just kind of like, oh, that's nice, sweetie, whatever. And like my dad is the hardest. Like he's so
one
harsh.
of those like people that's hard to impress type things.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, when you're gonna go to college? Okay, when you're gonna get a job? Okay, when are you gonna do something? And I'm just like, I don't want to be on Broadway. I don't want to sing classical opera. Like those were the things that I had scholarships for that I turned down. That I didn't want to do because I didn't want people telling me what to do. I'm sorry.
No, it just means she's super talented. Yeah.
I was just, the thing is like I was being super rebellious. I felt like I wasn't having the freedom to make my own decisions. And I was like, I feel like the only way that I'm going to really be happy is if like I really fall flat on my face and learn how to do this myself.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
I was like, once I told my parents like, I'm moving out. They were like, oh, okay. And then I had a U-Haul at the house and they were like,
they were like, oh, you're serious? Like, this is a real thing.
I'm pretty sure my dad gave me, like, a month. And then they, like, started getting, like, worried. Like, everyone in my family, especially my relatives right now, they're like, we're just worried. I'm like, oh, God forbid I pay my own bills, guys. Come on. So, yeah, it's been a process. But it's, like, every single day, like, my dad, now he's so on board. My mom is so on board. They're so supportive now. It's like the coolest thing. They've turned into my best friends more so than parents.
And plus that also adds into it, like just when the relationship matures over time like that, it's so much better.
Oh yeah. They went to a wedding last night and they just sent me the funniest pictures. Now they're my screensaver on my phone. Do you see this?
Oh,
they're so cute, my parents.
Look at those two.
They're so cute. So yeah, like they're like my best friends. They're super supportive now, and they're like my biggest fans. But it took a while. It was a lot of screaming and crying and arguments to get here. But now they're like front row seats at every show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you've arrived, and now they're here and supportive of you.
Yeah. It's
now,
really
Geno, I know back in December you put out free gifts, correct?
I did put out.
So tell me, what was the process for being able to put that out?
It was just a lot of music that I had recorded that I needed to get out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was trying to focus on some other stuff, so I just compiled a lot of songs that I did and just like decided to like put out like 6 songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So really, I had a Christmas joint on there that I had like tried to push for Christmas, and then I'm like, you know what, free gifts. I had that in my mind, so let me put that on there too.
I feel it.
I wanted to showcase like singing because I rap too.
Mm-hmm.
I also produce, so I just wanted to show like, you know, put on SoundCloud what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's really how it came about. Honestly, it was just throwaways.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, just a couple of throwaways. Just, you know, it took me like, about a year to like do more music or like create more music. Cause you know, I don't know if you notice, like you ever get in the studio, you record something, you're like, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Months go by, you're like, I do like that actually.
Yes. Oh
You know
my
what I
gosh,
mean?
it's
So
the worst.
That's really how Free Gifts came along.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I was gonna ask you guys now that I'm glad you've actually brought that situation up, because it leads into the question that I had. What is the creative process for you both like? Like, I know there are some artists who are just saying, just get me in the studio, play something, and then I'll write to it and go from there. There's some that are, no, I want to go out and like experience life, and then most of my music comes from that, and then I can write based on those situations that happens. But for you both individually, what's your creative processes like?
You want to go?
Well, like I said, I produce too. So sometimes I'll produce the song. I'll make the beat, and then I'll just be vibing to it, listening to it, and I'll say some little things. And I remember Charlie Puth saying, shout out to him.
Because he's been killing it lately.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he put out an album this year too.
Voice
and
notes.
It was good. Yes, it was
Really
good.
good.
It was very good.
He said something about like having this like voice. What's the voice memo?
recorder?
Voice
Yeah, voice
recorder
memo.
on there, and I do that too. So I'll have the beat going, and I'll just vibe out, and I'll say something. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like that, or I'll make the beat and I'll just vibe, and I'll just get to writing whenever I get like time to write. Like if I'm on a train, if I'm like just walking somewhere, if I'm just chilling out, I'm just like whenever I can get some time alone, I'll just write, and then like half of that stuff I don't even use. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's basically my process every time, every record. I'll either produce it, or I'll either listen to the song or listen to the instrumental, and then like write to it. Or sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I freestyle some songs too, and they came out fire too. So I don't know.
Okay.
That's my process.
All right.
Sometimes I freestyle, sometimes I write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Crazy to talk about that though. Like I don't really talk about that. I just do it. It's crazy.
That's why you here,
That's
brothers.
exactly why I'm here. Shout out to you, man.
That's why
Shout
you
out
here.
to my boy. Shout out.
Diana, please take us away.
In terms of writing, I keep a notebook on me at all times. A notebook, because
You got the notebook right now? Where's it at?
I do. It's in my bag.
You trying to call somebody out?
I was just want to see. I was just like, yo, where the notebook at? Oh, it's right here. Oh, all right. I'm gonna be
Actually,
quiet.
it's not in this bag.
Oh.
It's not. But when that happens, when like for some reason I forget it or something, I'll write it on my phone, and then immediately when I get to my notebook, I'll take it from my phone to my notebook, because I don't trust these little contraptions.
No, agreed.
I don't trust
'cause
them.
Anything can happen, and then it's just all gone.
Yeah. So like in terms of writing, like especially sometimes if I'm really stuck, I'll go through like a stream of consciousness, nonsensical writing. It'll be like, I don't know, I'll just write nonstop. I won't take my pen off the page for 10 minutes. And then I'll just read back, and I'll find something in there. What am I feeling? Okay, why did I write this? Now let's break it down.
Okay. So it's kind of like a whole psychoanalysis in a sense, to be like, let me just put it all down, work my way back through it.
Yeah. And in terms of music, whatever I do, I always run it by my music director. I'll write something on the piano or play something on the piano, and I'll sing something to it, or I'll just be vibing out by myself. Like you said, you'll just be freestyling. I'll just be freestyling, and all of a sudden I get to something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt this today. Like this is what I was really feeling. I was talking to somebody and this was really heavy, or I was talking to somebody and this made me feel this type of way.
Yeah.
Or I start singing about a poem I wrote. One of my songs on my EP is Everything Caramel, is literally just based off of a poem I wrote. And like I take it to my music director. We jam for a little bit, we play, we figure out what direction we want to go in. I tell him what I'm feeling, and then we build it from there. And it's like, it's cool. It feels really authentic. This is the first time I've ever co-produced anything. So, and it feels really natural.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I was so frustrated in past situations, because I felt like I didn't have enough control. Nobody was understanding what I was trying to get at. But now, like, the creative process has never been more effortless and relaxed because I just feel like I know where I'm going, what I'm doing, you know? So I feel like it really just comes from like freestyling, zoning out, and writing.
I will sit in that room all day until I get some stuff down.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
Yeah.
Some people will sit in the room with you and they're like, all right, I gotta go because I can't just keep listening to the same instrumental. But me, I'm like, nah, I gotta keep listening, keep bobbing my head until something comes out. Jay-Z always said, if you say something, something will come out. If you don't say anything, nothing will ever come out. So that's why I always, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's coming from somebody that doesn't write.
I guess that likens back. Well, yeah. I guess that likens back to kind of Diana's point, where it's like I'm gonna just keep writing, and then now that I have something down, I can kind of go back through and then just kind of pick from there and build on top of that.
Yeah, voice memos are our lifesaver. Voice memos are amazing. I mean, like, even if it like harmony is like,
even though if you're on the train, you might
you're
not
just
even
like
be able to hear yourself.
in your voice memo on the train.
Like,
I'm
got the melody.
Yeah.
Got the melody right.
Exactly.
Is there a certain point? Because I know there are some people that do that, and then they kind of take too long to get back to it, and then completely be like, "Oh, I forgot how I was gonna arrange this." So is it like immediately, as soon as you get home, you like put it down or put it somewhere or put it on your laptop to be like, "Okay, now let me start arranging this now so I don't forget it," or
I feel like it turns into muscle memory. Like if I had written a song, like for instance, like I'm writing a song right now and there's so many different aspects that I want to put to it. So I came up with another piece while I was away from my piano. And then I came home and I immediately started playing the piano and singing it with it. And once I made it so that it felt natural, now it's like I can't get it out of my system.
Okay.
So once that happens, I'm like, okay, it's the right fit. And if it never fits into my system, I'm like, I'll use it for something else if I still like it. You know?
Yeah.
So there's always new material to invent.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So even like if I know of some friends whose their phones have completely wiped out and they lost a ton of material.
Oh my God, I couldn't even
that would be
imagine.
my entire life. Like everything that I write is on this phone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I hope you got it backed
scary.
up somewhere, because now I'm worried.
Yeah, I got it.
All right,
backed
I
up.
was like,
come on
okay,
yeah, I do have it backed up.
okay, all right,
When's
cool.
your tape coming out?
Say that. I'm
When's
sorry.
your tape coming
I
out?
apologize. I didn't hear that one, so I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna keep going in due time. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so September 9th, Diana has a Fashion Week performance. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So September 9th, I am performing at New York Fashion Week, the Fashion and Music Conference in the Lower East Side. It's going to be like a night of a bunch of performers and great like designers and fashion lines. A ton of publicity. There's going to be so many people there. And then they're going to do like a celebrity panel for just like the industry, business, entertainment, things to talk about, lines that they're interested in. So it should be super, super, super fun. I'm really excited for
That's
it.
dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Congrats.
Okay. I would definitely love to be there. However, that's my girlfriend's birthday, and I'm gonna get cussed out if I'm not here with her all day.
Bring the girl along.
You do. You know what? That's a good point. I'm gonna do that. Also on the 20th, you have another show, Drifters Resort. If I'm saying that correct.
Drifters Resort. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a show that I'm running. My friends over at Misfit Hive, it's a huge gallery space, like a gallery performance space in Woodside, Queens.
Okay.
And it's just my friends, and actually my old professor run it. And it's like an amazing, amazing spot. And they pulled me in and they were like, we want you to throw an event here. And I was like, oh, heck yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
So I was like, great. Then I pulled my friend Arts, who is also into music. He's really into art curation, and he runs Reject Dreams Productions. So he always curates amazing art parties and amazing performances. So we're working on this together, me and him. We're going to make it like an indoor, like weirdos amusement park street fair. So there's going to be...
Pull up with this one. Yeah.
It's going to be really cool.
It's in Queens, though, right?
Yeah. It's like 10 minutes off the 7 train. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay, all right. That's not that bad.
Once I say Queens, everyone's like, yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Well, you're in Brooklyn, so you could take the G.
I could take the G train.
I'm
you
in
can
Brooklyn.
take the G.
I'm in Bushwick, but I can take the G on Lorimer. Is that how you say it?
Lorimer.
I'm from Indiana. So,
you said
know what
Lorimer?
I say K-stop. Zoinkus.
No,
What? Sounded so nasty.
Zoinkus. I say K-stop. I know mine, Halsey. I can tell you everything about Gary. You know what I mean? Gary, Indiana. Shout out to Gary, Indiana.
So, Geno, I know you gained some popularity over Instagram with some of these skits that you've been doing.
Yeah, man. I just
what kind of started all of that? If you
What kind of
just go ahead and hop into it.
What kind of started it? My boys would always be like, "You need to do videos. You just need to go straight do videos. You need to be on Wild 'N Out. I need you to do this. I need you to do more." I'm like, I'm tired of hearing that. So you know what? The first day of January, I just got up and was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a skit, and I did the skit, and so many people liked it. Like I got so many views on the first video. I'm like, oh man,
He was like, I might have something here.
I might
Let me
have
keep
something.
going.
So I did another video, and it popped off again. I'm like, wow. Then I put another video out, and it didn't quite pop. So I was just like, when you're used to something popping and it doesn't pop, you're like, oh, man,
I
back to the
feel
drawing
you.
board.
I be doing, with my YouTube channel, I'm like, oh, okay. This one
Yeah,
got like
yeah.
30,000, 100,000
Yeah.
views.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Wait
good.
a minute. Let's
Then
talk
I-
about how
then I
Melvin
put
popped on those
That boy
reaction
popped.
videos.
That
Yo,
boy
you
popped.
popped on that.
Bro,
That was crazy.
salute,
Ladies and
brother. For real.
gentlemen,
You really, really
Melvin,
popped.
I don't know
bro.
if you've ever watched Melvin's video of the
Definitely have.
reaction to This Is America by Childish Gambino.
Killed it.
Killed it.
Killed it. I had
I
to
mean,
tell
it's
my
just
girl.
you being natural. I was
yeah,
watching it and I was
just
laughing.
like, it's so funny because I was definitely like about to go to sleep, and then I saw on Instagram he had put up the video, and I was telling my roommate Max, I was like, I gotta do this video right now. If I don't do it, I'm gonna just be asleep all day. He's like, no, just wait till the morning. I was like, let me just do it right now. Then I started off and I was like, oh, Child has put out a new video. It's going to be so great. As soon as that first dude got shot, I was just like, what am I in for?
That reaction killed me the entire time. I was
it.
reading the comments, and the comments were just
Yeah,
like,
that's all I do. Too.
They
Somebody
were
was like,
so
Melvin.exe has crashed. What's going on? No, it was good. But just to get I can't even speak today. To get
Sound
to your
good.
point, I know what you mean in terms of put something out and then it does well, and then I put another one out and be like, this got 35 views. So this clearly, this ain't it right here.
Yeah.
This ain't it.
You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going. It's like I've learned to like just keep going to the drawing board, just having fun with it. Like not everybody, and it might just be the point where like a lot of people probably didn't get to see the video.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So while you're all in your head, you're like, okay, let me just keep releasing videos, and you know, everybody's gonna see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just had to keep making videos, and the next video I did after that, they liked it, and it's just like, it's always truth and comedy. You know what I mean? So I just try to tell the truth.
Yeah.
That's it. Just tell the truth from how I grew up.
Now, I know you did. Which one was the one when your mama was cursing you out? The first one.
It was bring my car home. I'm at a party, and my mom's calling my phone, and you know when your mom call your phone, you know she mean business when she's yelling as soon as you say hello.
Yeah. Be like, hey, mama.
But
blah, blah, blah.
bring my
I'm
car
in
home.
trouble.
You got 4 Fs, blah blah blah. But meanwhile, I'm on the phone and my friends are here, so I can't be like I'm getting cussed out. So I got like, yeah, I'm getting cussed out, but nobody knows this. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
everybody liked that video because it's real, because everybody's been through that.
Everybody,
you know what I mean? I don't know if everybody's been through that, but you know somebody that knows somebody that's been through that.
I wouldn't say I went through that, but I definitely went through coming just kind of disregarding the curfew that I had.
Oh yeah.
And then came back at one point, and it was one of those where my dad was kind of just waiting on the couch like in the Cosby Show, and I was like, oh,
that's bad.
Oh, I ain't never seen this before. Just, hey, Dad, where you think you going? Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
Your day wasn't
Never
good,
mind
Dad?
then. Say it again?
Your day wasn't good, Dad?
Yeah, it was like,
what's wrong
why
with you?
you could have been asleep, Dad. What you doing? No, come over here so we can talk real quick. I think I'm gonna just go upstairs.
That's
You know,
crazy.
it's like, nah, don't do that.
Yo, each dad has their like one phrase where you know when they say that phrase, something bad follows.
yeah.
What's your dad's phrase?
My dad goes, so let me ask you a question. Yeah, whenever he says that, I know he's gonna say some sarcastic, rude thing that's just gonna be so backhanded and passive aggressive. Every time he'll be like for music, for instance, he's like, so let me ask you a question. This was like 2 years ago. So where you going with this? What are you doing? You're not gonna go to college? What are you doing? Hits you with all that stuff, and then he'll just hit you on this whole like logistical thing. I'm like, Dad, stop it. Now to this day, he's like, let me ask you a question. Where are you gonna? Even about sandwiches, about everything.
Gino, what was the one phrase that your people had when it was like, oh, I knew I'm about to get it right now?
My mom would always just, she's with her teeth. She grits her teeth a lot. So when she says, listen, it's over. It's over. It's over. That's your problem. You don't listen.
That's hilarious.
Man,
that's hilarious.
Oh my God.
When she say listen, it's over.
I know that.
Just listen.
Whenever my mom usually just calls me Mel. Whenever my mama say my full name, I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm like, this ain't good. Melvin. Oh God.
You don't
hey,
call me that.
Mama, what you need? Did you take the meat out the? Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a big
You
one.
can't lie because you didn't. It's frozen still.
Could you take the meat out of the freezer? Oh my God, that is such a big deal to moms.
You just mad about something at work. You're not even mad at that. You're just mad at something because somebody cut you out at work, and now you bringing it on to me.
You know,
someone
so
cut you off in traffic, and you come home. Now you're mad about the chicken.
Now I'm at the age where I kind of understand in a sense because I'll be at work all day, and then something happen, I get home, and I'm just like mad for no reason, and I'm like, what?
Like the garbage stink.
This?
Why does the garbage stink?
Like,
Who didn't take the garbage out?
I walk in and I'm like, why the garbage smell like this? What's going? Hold on. What was that right there? What was that? No, we ain't gonna not address that.
So my roommate is here right now.
Go ahead. Shout out to your roommate.
Shout out to my roommate, Alexa.
Alexa, she gonna be doing some stand-up comedy soon.
Yes,
so y'all make sure y'all check that out.
Alexa has a really fantastic sketch comedy group called Multiple Girlfriends. Don't Touch My Butt is the name of the show. So.
All right.
Shout out to my girl.
Go check that out.
So me and Alexa just looked at each other because inside jokes about our apartment. There's 5 of us in our apartment.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it's a party.
It's just all
and
five girls.
No.
Oh, okay.
There's 4 girls and 1 guy. 2 dogs and a cat.
Oh, it's about 8 of y'all. Wait about 9 of y'all. Y'all got a zoo. Chaperones.
Hotel
teachers.
like full. Jeez.
Yeah. So we are just laughing because chores are like a constant thing in our house that like some people will be petty like, well, she didn't do that, so I'm not going to do that. And it's like, well, so, but yeah, we laugh about it, kind of.
Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine.
5 people.
Jesus.
It's fun.
I lived with 2 girls once and was like, hey, this the most for me. I can't. I thought it was going to be like, my dream was always, I want to be like Jack from Three's Company. Live with 2 girls, and I was like, oh, dream achieved. And I was like, no, this is horrible. I don't want to do this no more. I'm good. I'm out of here. Just one is enough.
The thing is like for 5 people, 2 dogs and a cat under one roof, like we have a pretty stellar living situation.
Really?
Yeah. Like, you know, you hear horror stories in this city.
You
like of people. I have a friend who's like, her landlord went to the bathroom on her floor to get her out. Like some crazy, like I have another friend who her roommate she didn't know was a convicted felon and she was stealing all of her stuff. Jeez. And I'm just like, I got 5 crazy people. I hope none of you guys are felons. Wow. Seems to be going pretty well. So.
Good Lord. I was going to say, I think the craziest one that I had was, I think I came back home, or one of my roommates came back home one day from like having a rough time, and this other roommate who was just like some weird Eastern European dude. Like short, bald-headed, like real, like chubby stomach and whatnot, just like a regular.
Like that from Eastern Europe.
They kind of do though, because all his friends that he brought over was like a carbon copy of who he was. But my roommate, Mate, you remember Mate, came over once from not having the greatest of days, and he just came out his room randomly. He was like, I know some people in the mob. If you ever like need something handled, and I was like, well, how did this conversation escalate?
Why do people
that
feel the
far?
Need to do that?
It was like where it was just his boss like was really mad at him today. We don't need you to go knock his boss off. Like I think we're good. We're okay.
That's crazy.
Gino, you got any crazy roommate stories living in New York?
Man, I was gonna say I have one of the craziest roommate situations, but it's not living in New York. When I was in college, this is a true story. I cannot make this up.
Oh my God!
I'm
so scared. I'm so scared.
So when you stay in like 4 people, it's like a quad. You know what I mean? Yeah. I stayed in a quad my last year in college, and the spring semester we came back from spring break, and my roommate's mom is helping to move in.
Yeah.
So the next day she's still there, and then the next day she's still there, and then the next day I hear her on the phone at like 7 in the morning. She's like, girl, I would have fired him. I'm like,
why you?
I end up. This dude's mom was living with us the entire semester.
Oh, wait a minute!
I cannot make that up.
The whole semester?
Bruh.
How does she
In
look,
your
In my dorm.
How does she look though?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, you say what?
You said
She
does
never
she
cooked
cook?
or nothing. All she did was smoke Black and Milds, and they called the police on us because she was smoking Black and Milds. I'm coming from playing basketball.
My God.
The police in the room. They're like, "What you running for?" I'm like, "It's my room, bro. Don't do that. You ain't finna do that here."
Yo.
But I'm singing in the bathroom one time. You know when you're in the bathroom, you sing because you know
Yeah.
you
Bro,
still
listen, I
That's
have
your-
a
that's
full
your
concert,
moment.
dog. It's a 90s R&B concert every time
Come
I'm in the
on
shower.
now,
That
Don't
is
play.
a
I mean, you can
recording
get
studio.
signed.
Right.
You can literally get signed in the bathroom.
for
You feel
real.
me?
For real.
So I'm singing in the bathroom. She's like, "Ooh, you got a nice voice." I'm like, "Nah, man. Nah, we ain't finna do this." I ain't even tell. If I would have told my mom, she would have came to that school and japped out.
Oh my God.
I cannot make
What was
this
the
up.
like? What did she get?
I think she got
evicted?
evicted, and her son felt sorry for her, and he let her stay with him.
And he just
No, bro,
he
you
just
can't.
I just forgot
You
to
can't.
mention
My
that
poor
He
guys.
never-
So our new roommate is my mom. Like what?
He never mentioned that his mom was staying with us, and we didn't say anything like that because you got your own room, but still, like he never opened that
Yeah,
door.
I was
All I
about
heard
to-
was Family Guy, American Dad, and another show that he used to always watch, Cleveland Show. Shout out to Cleveland Show. They canceled my Cleveland show. And she just
There it is.
yeah, she would just be in the room, just like yelling, screaming, laughing. I'm like,
in
"Bruh."
his room.
Yeah, and then she came out like, I got 2 degrees, one from IU and one from Illinois. I'm like,
Well, clearly you ain't using them.
you ain't got no degrees, baby. Stop.
Uh,
You ain't got to do that with me.
yeah,
You ain't got to impress me.
that's a
Are they
little awkward.
props?
That's a
Right.
little
You
awkward.
feel me?
Are
That's
those
a little-
props?
Can you imagine
props?
inviting somebody over and they go to the bathroom and be like, yeah, there was this old lady that was just in the bathroom, be like, yeah, that's my roommate's mama. Be like, what? Excuse
know-
me? Like,
You know what's so funny is I bet if you would tell that story to like if somebody were to tell you that before going in, like people would think it was like this big elaborate like like one of those
yeah,
I don't know how you're gonna say it, but like
yeah.
sexy
I
time
kinda-
videos
I
that
kinda
people
know
are
what
like,
you
oh,
mean.
this is like a fantasy. We have like a
Right,
Yeah.
a mom.
is this stepmom living with us?
Right.
Like, is she cute? Like college boys would jump at that, but no.
No,
She was
it's
so
just-
old.
Oh.
And shout out to old people. I'm not saying that you can still look
He
cute
said
when you're
shout
old.
out to
Because I
old
know my
people.
grandma's old, but not that old. Granny.
Shout out to old
But-
people.
I could not believe she would just like one time I came from playing basketball, like I said, she was cleaning the whole apartment, but it was like she wasn't cleaning nothing
That's
but smoking a Black and Mild, and the whole entire like quad was soaking wet. I don't know where she got this water from and how I didn't see a
That's
mop, I didn't see a
disgusting.
broom. All I seen was water leaking out the apartment.
I'm
like, this is horrible.
That's a little
man.
concerning.
But the
That's
thing
probably
is,
why she was living with y'all.
yeah, the thing is, it was a spring semester. I mean, it was a spring semester, and then we had came back from spring break. So if you think about it, that's from like March probably 30th, probably March like 15th to like May 4th. So
Oh,
really,
so
I
it
lived with
was-
them. I lived with her a month,
Okay.
so it wasn't that bad.
All
But
right.
still, I live with
That's creepy.
another person's mom in college. I can really say that.
That's just creepy.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Crazy.
That's worse than what I got right now.
That's
You're
wild.
5 people in a quad dorm thing.
Yeah.
A
I think
parent.
I'd much rather take her situation.
Oh,
than-
definitely.
definitely
I would
living
never
with
do that
somebody's
again,
mama.
ever.
Yeah, that's a once in a lifetime thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna come right back after a couple songs and then hopefully not talk some more about somebody's mom.
Oh, my God.
We really got deep into that.
We did.
We got so
we all was
deep.
like, "Excuse me."
There were so many questions.
Yeah,
to be
it was like
had.
I need a full background on
Dude.
that at that point in
That's
time.
sick, man. That's sick.
Yeah, it definitely sound like it. Ladies and gentlemen, remember you're tuned into WHCR 90.3 FM New York, the voice of Harlem, and this is The Alternative. We got Drum Sundress coming on.
You know what it is, man? It's your boy Saha the Prince, good music partner, and you are now listening to the Alternative.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there was Level Up by Sierra, a song that divides a lot of us out here in terms of how, say that again? It's very polarizing. That's a very good word for it.
SAT
Yeah.
word?
Very good word. Polarizing. Kyle, it's one of Kyle's favorite records out here. That's gonna wait. So we're back right here on air, WHCR 90.3 FM New York, the voice of Harlem, and this is The Alternative. So, guys, I kind of want to ask y'all a question real quick. What does making it today in music mean to you guys? Because it means a lot of different things for a lot of people. It could be being a very successful artist. It could be a lot of people kind of like checking you out or you getting booked for a lot of other things. It's kind of like music is a gateway to a lot of things out here. But rarely do you hear people that are just like, I just want to make music. Like, that's what I want to do. So what does making it today mean to you guys?
That's like a really good question.
Oh, no problem. Who we do here? Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like really just being able to create art and then like have a living off of art.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being able to like extend a message to other people who don't have that type of voice.
Mm-hmm.
Allow people to have, I always say this, that when you listen to a really, really amazing piece of work, like a really amazing piece of work, and you can feel it, like where you could just like blast it in your car with the windows down and you don't care who sees you screaming these lyrics, and it's because it gives you this like burning sensation in your chest. That's where I feel it, at least.
Yeah.
Really weird. I feel it in my chest and like in my kneecaps. Fun fact.
Okay.
But it's like that feeling of having a home that's not tangible.
Yeah.
Like for me, I just want to be able to do that for other people.
Okay.
And like open other people's eyes to certain things.
Before I get to you answering this question, what's a song that made you feel that way? Because I got two of them in my head already that I'm like, oh, I know these two.
Computer Love for me.
Oh, I like that.
Did you know Charlie Wilson was on that song? He's not in that group.
Uncle Charlie. I did not know that. That's
and
what's
he was
up.
on crack,
Shout
man.
out to rapper.
And he still has his voice.
Shout out
He
to
still
Zappa
sounds
Rogers.
so
He do.
he still sounds so amazing though. Like he was on smoking crack cocaine and he still sounds so great. Right now.
I can't even do it. What song made you feel like that?
I would say, there's so many. One of them would be "Hurt" by Christina Aguilera.
That's a very good one.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
She's singing about
it'll take you to a place.
Her dad's death.
Yeah.
What's another one? "Die for You" by The Weeknd.
Oh my God.
That one. When I heard that one, I was so mad it was on that album because The Weeknd is probably. This is such a stretch. People are gonna get mad at me for this, but The Weeknd is in my top 5 of artists of all time.
I'm low key. I got him in my top 10. I think, by the end of it, he might be there.
The reason why is when I heard the trilogy, when I heard House of Balloons, and like my whole vision on music changed.
The first time I put on I forget the name of the first tape. Was it High? Anyway, the intro song "High for This." When I first heard that, I was like, "Where am I right now?
Yeah,
this is incredible." Transports
you. Yeah, completely transports.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I'm on drugs.
I got on The Weeknd a little late, so I got hooked to him on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm gonna keep on smoking till I can't hit another note." I'm like, "Oh, that's like me right now." I was in college. You know, when you're in college, you're doing your thing, but yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was good. His stuff is just so great. Yeah. Most of his music, I feel like every song of his, of that project, the trilogy, every single one to me is just like one of those pieces.
Agreed.
Even that album he did with Daft Punk, like that first song he did, like what's the album he did with Daft Punk?
You're talking about Starboy.
Starboy. That Starboy. The song, the album title was so dope. That album was dope.
Yeah, that album was fire.
Daft Punk.
That album was really good.
Shout out to Daft Punk.
Now tell me, what is making it today mean to you?
Yeah, when you ask that, my head's going so many places because obviously you want to see your fruits of your labor.
Agreed.
Everybody wants to. Anything you do, don't lie to me. You know what I mean? Like even Kanye said, "What you think I rap for? To push it?" You know.
I get it.
Come on now, but
everybody does it for a purpose.
I want to be able to just make music, man, and just like she said, just live off it, and just I want to tour. I just want to just feel good about just making music and just seeing the fruits of my labor. That's my definition of making it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay.
I want to see the fruits of my labor.
All right, that's a good enough point.
But I don't want to. I don't go in the studio like, man, I want to get rich. You know what I mean? I just want to sound the best that I can sound, and like, you know what I mean, have the most fun I can have.
Because also fruits of your labor, like if I'm reading you correctly, it's like also being able to spend time with the ones you love. It's going to give you the privilege to help others, and like those are also fruits of your labor. Giving like you got to make selfish choices to be able to spread a lot of like positivity.
That's
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, what was I going? I just had a great question that I forgot. But sidebar, Diana, I noticed on your SoundCloud, you had a couple like songs from Somo up there that I think you kind of like reposted.
Oh,
this might have been some some time ago. Are you a Somo person, or are you kind of like, was that a while ago?
It was a while ago. You know, it's funny. They're back up there. Like, I remember you were just saying that you were uploading things that were in the archives. I had uploaded stuff that was like in my archives, and then I took it down after a while. But the Somo stuff was still up there, and I forgot how much I enjoyed his music. Yeah. And he kind of fell off for me a little bit. Like, I think he lost his path a little bit, but I used to watch his YouTube videos because I thought he was really great.
I was just about to go right into that.
Speaking of the trilogy, he did a whole medley of the trilogy, and it was good.
It was incredible.
It was so good.
Gino, you ever heard of Somo?
I haven't.
So Somo's this guy on YouTube that basically just was like, I want to sing, don't know how. Just started doing covers of like people's music, and he would put one out like every Sunday for years, and just kind of grew like a huge base out of it. And then it was like maybe around 2014, 2015 when that song Ride blew up. Yeah, and that was like his first like big radio single, and now he's got like 2-3 million people on YouTube or whatnot, but just kind of exploded from just like, I'm gonna just get better every week remixing somebody's song and doing that.
Ideas.
So it kind of it prompted me to ask this question of you guys, like, are there like different creative ways in which today you guys think about releasing music? Because I know some people will like, oh, I'll put it out when I'll put out this crazy video, or maybe like through this TV show, or I'll put it in like this indie movie that's coming, or maybe I might just do like a vlog with somebody. Like, is there any creative ways you guys have thought before about maybe getting your music out there to some people who haven't heard it yet?
It's definitely some creative ways. Like with the videos, I've noticed like if I keep putting videos out, I'll keep gaining like viewers, and then in the videos I can put my music in the video, so that's forcing them to listen to it. But it's not like it's forcing them to obviously it's forcing them to listen to it, but if it's good, they'll like it. And if they do like it, they like it. And that billboard that I posted,
I was gonna get to that in a second.
Okay, sorry.
No, do your thing, bro. It's your billboard.
Okay. I was in a billboard for NYC Justice Department, and yeah, and they put my face is like all over New York City right now. On the subways.
Did you drop that? Did you want to pick that up? Are you okay? You just like was dropping.
No. I'm just going in. My bad.
Just messing with you.
When
Go
your
ahead.
tape coming out?
Do your thing.
Wait, that makes so much sense. I've definitely seen your face on the subway.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
When he walked in, I was like, "Oh, he looks familiar."
Like,
I don't know.
I've seen you somewhere before. Yeah.
So I took that photo like in like June, and I wasn't releasing. I was still working on music, and I didn't have any songs done or finished yet. So I was like, I'm not gonna post it yet. I'm gonna build this buzz. I'm gonna put that out, and then as soon as I put it out, I'm gonna have this record come out. So that's like, I'm just trying to like find different ways to like get my music heard and like, you know what I mean? So stepping out your comfort zone, man. You gotta do something. You gotta do something different. You can't just, and I don't want to sit on just, if you think you got heat, I don't think you should sit on it because nobody knows you right now. Like French Montana said that. He's like, if you got heat, bro, don't sit on that. Like nobody knows you. Like you can't just set a release date and then you come out release date and nobody likes it. I mean, nobody listens to it because, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you just put out a song. Wow, why do I have to listen to this? You know what I mean? Just put that heat out if they like it, and keep like the song Mo Bamba. Yeah, he came out with that song like a year ago. He's just been pushing it and pushing it and pushing
it.
The
same thing with Boot Up. Like
came
out like
last
year, you were saying, came out last year,
I mean?
and just now, like now everybody knows who she is.
Man. It like takes time for things to flourish too, you know?
Sure.
Like sometimes some people aren't ready for it and needs to like, honestly, I think word of mouth is the most trusted form of marketing and promotion. So like, obviously, like you need to put money into marketing and promotion, like of course, but if somebody really genuinely likes it, like and someone's playing the music, they're like, oh, who is that? Like, oh, this is this artist. I really just like got hooked on this guy and he's so fantastic and his story is really interesting. Like that right there, just like you said, like if you got heat, don't sit on it. Just like release it, because people are going to like you, people are going to not like you. It doesn't matter. Like you're still your own person. You're still in your own lane. Like as long as you're aware of that, like you'll be fine, you know? And in terms of like releasing music, it's there's so many different ways to release. It's like before I was saying, it's just like finding a cool, unique way, but like just pushing out stuff and but good quality as well.
For sure.
Agreed. You can't
You
be
know?
releasing no trash music
Oh,
and
no.
then be like, why ain't nobody messing with this? Because it's trash, bro. I feel that. So this is a question that I ask everybody that comes on this show. If you could make a single and have anybody featured on it and have anybody produce it, who would you have on the song with you?
You want to go first?
I don't like on the same song.
On the same, yep. It's like you, this person is featured on the song, and then you have a person producing the song. Anybody.
I mean, I don't really think that. I don't know if these two would work well together.
We could talk about it. Just go
but
ahead and name them.
I would probably do Quincy Jones produce.
Okay. I'm liking how this is starting already.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
I made a Thriller, man.
Right.
If you don't
Yeah, Quincy Jones for sure. And I would probably say The Weeknd.
What you mean is that gonna be it? What do you mean?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Because I feel like that's just a weird combination.
No,
It's gonna work. It's definitely gonna work.
If I remember correctly, there was a huge article about Quincy, Drake, and The Weeknd all like sitting down at one point, and him basically saying that like you guys have the tools to be able to do it, especially The Weeknd. Like you need to kind of feel this MJ lane that's going on, and that's one of the reasons why Starboy, that album, turned out the way in which it was. Yeah. Oh, that would absolutely.
Yeah,
I would definitely do that.
Oh my God,
sure.
that's a smash hit.
Oh,
That's a smash.
definitely.
Your turn.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. My mission in life is probably to get Charlie Wilson on the song. I gotta get Uncle Charlie on the song, man. Cause when you remember when Kanye came out with those everyday like Good Friday
The
songs,
Good Friday, yes,
he had
sir.
Charlie on all the songs.
Oh
I'm like,
my
man,
God.
I gotta have Charlie on the song.
I feel that.
If I ever see him, I'm gonna sing. I'm like, Uncle Charlie, please, Uncle Charlie,
Right.
please.
I sing. I sing from
What
the
you
Gap
want,
Band all the way
Come
to
on
today.
now.
Whatever you need.
Producing it, that's kind of hard, man.
Just don't say
so-
Kanye because I'm gonna be mad at you. Bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna say. I
Kanye
love
piss me
Kanye though.
off.
I love Kanye. He's let's pray. We're gonna pray for Ye.
Yeah.
Melvin is so
I'm- yo,
salty
I'm-
right
I'm
now.
very-
I know you got so much to say about Kanye.
Say it again, Kyle.
God forgives.
Hey. Ooh, producing, man. Me, Uncle Charlie. Can we get Zaytoven on there? Can we get-
Sure.
we
Wow.
get Zaytoven
Wow.
on the
Oh my
keys?
God.
That's just different. It's just some
It's,
different.
no, it
you know what I
is.
mean?
Just like,
It is.
can we
That's
get
why I
you?
said. That's
That's
why I said it.
awesome.
Wow. That's a very. That's gonna be a. That's gonna be a
Zay-Tiggly.
wild. That's gonna be a wild project. All right. So now that y'all have done that, I'm gonna play one song and I'm gonna have y'all think on this while I play the song. All right.
Copy.
So I need you guys to
We got
think
the
about
games.
that same type concept, except this time it's an album. You gotta have 5 producers, 5 people featured on this album. Yep. You gotta think on it. You got one song to think about it, and then we come back. You gonna have to do it. Is that cool? Y'all got that?
Yeah.
Can y'all do
I'm
that?
ready.
All right. While y'all ponder that, we got Come Over by The Internet, which is about to come on, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you are tuned in. WHCR 90.3 FM New York, the voice of Harlem. Come Over The Internet. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back right here. Remember, you are tuned in to 90.3 FM New York, the voice of Harlem, WHCR here. And we just asked Diana and Geno, who are some of these people that they would put on their album? Not top 5, but 5 producers and 5 features. Diana is like in a serious, like,
You don't
I'm ready.
understand. Like,
I'm
I don't think I
ready
had
right
enough
now.
time.
What?
That's a big.
No, I get you. That's a really big
That's a
thing.
tall order.
That's a really big thing. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
New York. You from New
It's
York?
okay.
Yeah, I'm from
That's
New
what's
York.
up.
It's
though.
okay.
No,
Nah, be
no.
you. Be
Come
you.
on, now.
Be
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that accent, you know.
Hey.
There it
Slides
is.
on
There it is.
it.
You good?
Producers.
Mhm.
Okay, so I would say Quincy Jones,
Right.
Clive Davis, Timbaland, Pharrell,
Okay.
and
I'm just playing.
the last one, Kanye. Sorry, Melvin.
It's okay.
I just
Yeezus.
Kanye's a
Yeezus.
genius to
Yeezus.
me.
I agree with you. On the musical end, he is.
Yes.
Outside of that, I'm very concerned. But who are your other 5? Who are your 5 features that you have on the album?
Christina
Mm.
Aguilera, Jessie Reyes, The The Weeknd. Duh. Lionel Richie. I don't know why. I just love that man. I don't know why.
Ultimate songwriter.
I like it.
Right? You listen to Hello, and it's just like, ooh, ooh, what am I feeling?
Right.
What am I feeling? How many did I mention?
That was 4. You got one more.
4? One more?
You got one more.
Okay. Pink.
Mm.
When Pink was doing like her R&B stuff back in the day.
God. Incredible. Don't even play with it. Don't even play with it. It was amazing. Anybody that disrespects her, I'm like, yo, you clearly don't know good music.
Yep.
Yeah, you just listen to
She's
trash
got a
growing up in
voice.
your life.
People just disrespect her because of the era that she was in, and then she went pop real hard afterwards.
Yeah.
But like, if you watch a lot of her videos back in the day, she did open mics. She did open mics, R&B and hip hop open mics.
Kill it.
And she would sing, and she would have somebody. I don't know if this is her or someone else, but she did her E True Hollywood Story, whatever, and she said she would go up there and she would get booed because she was like the only white girl. So she would like sing backstage, and then she would come out. So like she would have people hear her first, and then she would come out.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild. I could kind of. Dang, that's crazy. I couldn't even.
That's my girl.
I couldn't imagine that. But I mean, listen, I'm not mad at her for going pop. Like, hey, go get your money.
Go
get your money. You didn't put in enough work of being like.
Also one of the best performers of this era. Period. Point blank. Period. No one else can perform like her.
100%. Geno, who these 5 producers you got?
Producers, Daft Punk. I gotta go with Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
And I said Zaytoven, so I gotta have Zaytoven. That's 3. Dang, I got 2 more. Ooh wee, man, there's so many. I want to say Timberland, but 90s Timberland. 90s
You
Timberland.
don't like mid 2000s?
It's cool. But I love 90s.
That was a no.
No. I'm not. What do you mean? Cry Me a River?
Yo, of course. That's why I was asking. I was like, if you want to get to it,
for real, come on now. But was Cry Me a River better than 1 in a Million? No, honestly, in my opinion, I'm not a music guru.
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got one more, right?
I'm a huge Justin fan too, but I'm like,
definitely.
It ain't outdoing 1 in a Million.
And I'll have Diddy in the studio with me.
Word.
I'll have
Okay.
Diddy in the studio.
All right, take that.
Artist. That's hard too. Uncle Charlie, of course.
Right.
Sheesh, you gave me a whole song to think about this.
I did. I gave you time, bro.
El DeBarge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm liking it.
MJ, I know he's gone, but you know, if Drake can get him, I can get him. You feel me? So that's 3.
You can get one of those studio sessions from back in the day. Why not?
Come on now. Bilal and Thundercat.
Oh, okay. All right.
You feel me? We got some soul. We got Uncle Charlie.
It's gonna be a little Anderson .Paak going on over there with the
Shout out
wind,
to
which all
him,
this is sounding. Yeah, Anderson's been killing it lately.
He really has.
So guys, I want to thank y'all so much for coming on to the show today.
Thank you for having us.
It was great having y'all both. Can you
us.
please shout out your social media so that way folks can find y'all?
Sure.
Though.
So you guys can follow me on Instagram, d.bidea, Bidea, or you could just type in Diana Bidea. My website's dianabideamusic.com.
Right.
Ticket link in my Instagram bio for New York Fashion Week.
Go to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check
September
that out.
9th. It's this Sunday. Yes, you're all invited. And then September 20th, Drifters Resort. It's the first thing that I'm throwing underneath my company. So Frontline Entertainment.
There you go.
Okay.
Frontline Entertainment.
And now that I can see you in person, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
The big 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Geno?
You can follow me at Hill Figure, HILL Figure. Don't ask me. That's how I always spelled it when I was a kid. So that's why I always chose Hill Figure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Was not a question I had, but all right. I'm here for it. It's cool.
That's it, man. I got a song coming out Wednesday.
What was that?
I got a song coming out Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
man.
You want to say anything about the song before it come out on Wednesday?
It's called Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah, I wrote it and produced it, recorded it in my room. Then later went to the studio. Obviously, you got to touch it up. Yeah, got it dropping Wednesday, man. That's really it all for me right now. So I got an EP coming out. Just trying to. Frankie's the first single coming out, so I got just trying to keep this momentum with the Billboard post. I'm gonna keep the momentum going, baby. So yeah,
that's what's up. When can we be expecting that EP?
Sometime in October.
Okay, so fall.
Yeah, fall.
All right. Is it gonna have like a
music.
Fall feel to it?
Definitely gonna have a fall feel to it.
All right.
Definitely gonna have a fall.
All right.
Couple little upbeats though too. So you know what I mean.
Okay.
I definitely for the college kids to get your homework done. So.
All right. Bet. Diana, you got anything last that you want to shout out? I know you said September 9th, Fashion Week. September 20th, Drifter Resort. We got anything else? Any music that you want people to be like, yo, go listen to this right now? Or I mean, everybody go check out Devil Chokehold music video.
Okay.
Everybody go do that.
I'm dropping my EP probably in October as well.
So
twinning,
there we go.
Twinning.
There we go.
Release parties.
Let's
Yeah.
get it. I'm with it.
I'm just gonna throw out there. Both of y'all better come back so that way we can play the EPs on the show.
For
Definitely.
sure.
All right,
For
cool.
sure.
Just making sure.
For sure. I'm dropping the first single called Phase
When is this coming?
later this month.
Ooh,
And
there we go.
the EP's name is Artemis.
Artemis.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, can we get an explanation for why Artemis, or is it too early?
And I can explain.
Oh, say it. Take it away.
All right.
Girl. Do
So
your thing.
Artemis, basically, my name is Diana, which is the Roman version of the Greek god Artemis. And I have a tattoo, like my little moon tattoo. And for some reason, I know a bunch of people, and myself, I tend to struggle with like weird like nighttime anxiety.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I try to distract myself and do a lot of things that would take my mind off of it. Almost like I'm running from my problems at night. Like I'm running away from this like weird nightshade.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know most of my songs come from a place of power, not a place from weakness. Even if it's a heartbreak song, I never
Ooh.
like.
I like that.
I never
like
like.
that. That
I
was
never.
smooth.
I never really
yeah,
like
it was.
when women sound like just like heartbroken. Like it sounds really surface level to me. So, the way that I write comes from a place of power, and I was like, how can I take pain, and push it into power? And I figured, for me, I struggle with anxiety at night.
Yeah.
So how can I turn that into power? And Artemis, who is my Greek equivalent, is the goddess of the moon. So I was like
that.
walking in
I like
an
that.
Artemis alter ego, you
Yeah.
know?
That
So-
was dope. Okay. Oh yeah, y'all both better come back home. Y'all drop this music. Don't even play. All right, well guys, thank y'all once again for coming on to the show. Fun having you guys, and we will make sure that whenever you guys got some music coming out, or if you got anything that you just want played on the station, y'all better just send it on over so that way we can get up on air. All right.
Oh,
Definitely,
heck yeah.
Bet, for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning into the show. Remember, you can find us here every Monday, midnight to 2 a.m. I know we're a little past that right now, but forget it. We're having a good time, so I know y'all enjoying it, so why not just keep giving y'all more, all right? Remember, you can find me, social media, Melvin Taylor II. You can find the show at The Alt with Mel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Also, make sure to check out the YouTube channel so that way you can catch this interview a little bit later on, as well as all the past interviews that we've had here as well. Please remember, stay blessed, stay favored, always stay tailored. I will see you guys next week, and we're going to end off with one of my favorite Usher songs right here. This one is called My Way. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
You know what it is, man. It's your boy Saha the Prince, good music partner, and you are now listening to The Alternative.